too. It's like, well,
Droz had a big game yesterday at least.
He did.
But like stats-wise, right, he's just like 1.2, 1.3
Yes, true.
I mean, he just does not have that.
It's like, well, it's just like sometimes I'm watching them play. I'm watching like Sim's POV. I'm like, dude, he's like, God, what's going wrong? And then it's other people are struggling. It's just been weird. It literally has been so odd. But Thieves, they're looking good so far. An absolute powerhouse team we thought might be the best team this year the second they came together. We had really high hopes for them, and we're going to see if they bring it again. You know, you come out to start that series, the map one, they beat them, what, like 250 to 90 or something. Just came out and slaughtered them. And I'm thinking this series is going to be over, but then, yeah, it ends up going the distance. But here we go, a big matchup. You got to think the FaZe guys going to be trying to fire on all cylinders. This is a massive matchup for them to try and get into Sunday here for this first minor. And just a test to maybe see, against the top team, did some of the stuff we've been working on, has it been paying off as Droz gets off to a 2-0 start?
Yeah, you would have to imagine like the FaZe guys, they kind of feel the same way, right? They're just not playing up to their potential, probably practicing very hard every single day, putting in that extra time. You'd imagine going over VODs, just trying to get on the same page. But a great start here at P1. You had two players at 7-0, that's Droz and Celium the ARs, 34 points. Make it 35 as aBeZy wins that one. And can't ask for much better.
Yeah, no. Great start, as we'll now try to focus on our next hard point and see how the setup will look for Thieves. And they can now answer back as you've got Hydra and Envoy kind of in an early position here to make a play towards the next hard point. We'll be on Sim's POV because he's trying to disrupt things, get an angle, and maybe be able to work the pinch here through mid. He gets one, draws another, sells through, and Ghosty suddenly last alive. So you win it through the front. Celium's on 6 in a row, and you're right into another hard point. So far, so good.
Yeah, this is what Nameless is talking about. Protocol, they have not played in a match yet. Obviously, they're streaming every single day, but it's been one of FaZe's go-to. And yeah, map pool-wise, losing Rewind is not good for Thieves. It's a map that they love to play. And yeah, obviously with the changes coming in, they veto Hacienda, so Protocol is available, and a great start here for FaZe.
A fantastic one, but with the final 20 seconds, aBeZy's kind of left on an island. He's going to do whatever work he can, but I think a stun comes through.
You got a point.
Yeah, you finally get on the board now if you are the Thieves side of it. Trying to push through and win the fight top middle. It's going to be aBeZy. He's going to try and push through and influence spawns. One does spawn safe. We're going to see the other members pop for Thieves, and that's going to be out. So 2 will spawn out, 1 will spawn safe. You've got numbers here for your FaZe. The guy staying up in the back will be Envoy for now, trying to wait for the other troops to rally over.
Yeah, they're going to know, though. So as soon as aBeZy spawns up, they know somebody is in the back. Droz does find one, but it's only one player left on the hill right now. That's it, but he knows. I just got to play my life, try to find a kill. Buy some time so my teammates can get here. And we've seen this with P3 where, yeah, it just gets a little bit messy. Nobody really has control. Thieves have control of the hill, but good spawns right now for FaZe.
Yeah, I think you take that. I mean, if you're FaZe, you do great through first and second. You have the back if you're Thieves, and they're able to break it up enough that it's at least been a lot of contested time. Not a bunch earned for either. And then can you turn this into a P4 and really pop open a massive lead? aBeZy just working to chain together some here. Sim's face, aBeZy's name. We'll get to it.
And well, we talked about Celium. Well, 11-4 start, 4 in a row. That's more like it from him.
No, it certainly is. Those are the numbers you expect for so long. It's just been automatic, robotic kinda, and well, that is a fantastic push from Thieves. They take out all 4, and now this is how you quickly answer back. You're in a 70 or so point hole, you rip off 60 here, you're nearly looking at a tie game.
Now you're in the Shotzzy spot. If you are Hydra, yeah, you're gonna wall bang that door. Able to find one, just backs on down, repositions, but Simp and aBeZy do find 2, but it's Ghosty again, running that 3rd sub. We've seen it on this map, specifically on this hill, and well behind his double, they hold on to the hill, and as you said, you get a full 60 here, and it's like the rest of the game doesn't really matter. You're right back to square one.
Triple for scrap at the midpoint of this hard point, but yeah, no, it'll pretty much be a tie game, so all that, it feels like you did a lot of hard work, a lot of great work for your FaZe early in this, and yeah, it kind of just gets wiped off the board a bit. But well, it allows you to afford that big loss at 4, I guess, right? And still have an advantage. And they'll get the final 10 or so seconds as we get ready for our second set. But for Thieves, you're just, can we do a better job through first and second? Can we get a second in the first hard point? Because that was just way too easy and efficient for FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, well, you get the scrap time, you also find a couple of kills, you're right back down the hill. So FaZe do a nice job there, scrap. He spawns behind enemy lines or takes a route behind FaZe, does find one, but the rest of his team just not in position to work the hill quite yet. Now they're here. It's going to be 2 dead right now for FaZe on the hill. Last player alive will be aBeZy, and there we go, all dead for Atlanta.
There you go, much better for Thieves. Still trailing a bit here, but starting to pick things up. taking around the backside stuff will be Simp. He's trying to find an opening. And he's able to do that and try to pinch on this from the other side. So you're in a bit of trouble here now if you are Scrap and Envoy. Scrap, though, well, not in trouble. He's able to win it on one side, then go prone. Just continue to contest this time as long as he can. Gets help from Ghosty then. Great plays around the objective now from Scrap just to get a bit of this late time inside of the hard point. As P2 is ready to pop, first guy there will be Envoy again.
Yeah, now you're just kind of waiting for, you know, your individual players to really step on up, right? You've had a Scrap moment. Now you've had 5 in a row for Envoy. And the last time these two teams played, the player that really stood out was Envoy. He was a monster versus FaZe. Your team play's been good enough to keep this a close game. Now can your individual play get there? And maybe you win this map
I feel like one of the series we hadn't had in a while from him where he just took over. See if he can do it again here. A big skirmish going down at the P2. FaZe able to come out on top as they've got the numbers and the trade advantage there. Draza finishes it off with 2 as well, down to 5 HP, but working to get back to full, just trying to get out of this heady. His shot's a little wide on 2 players. But still his team securing the hard point. Now we'll see what type of route Simp's gonna try to take.
Do they flip him here? This might flip those spawns. Yeah, it absolutely will. Ghosty's still alive, so you might get some splits, but yeah, Simp with 20 seconds, it makes the play, the route right through the middle of the map, but Ghosty's winning the gunfights. And after that gunfight win, it is gonna be 3 dead for FaZe. Abisi's just gonna try to lurk, try to do what he can for this P3 setup, but doesn't happen. They do a good job though at P2. They have that 60-point lead still, but Thieves now in control of the hill.
Oh, hell of a job there from Ghosty, winning that one-on-one, just being kind of that first domino. And then they trade effectively after that. Now we'll see how much time this will actually turn into. Draza's trying to take the rope up. Teammates pushing in through front. Abizi's going to drop before he can really get anything done. Now Draza's position is going to be given up. The rest of the troops now rallying in. They got a 4-man push here. Then they actually break into the hard point. Draza's like, somebody give me eyes. Let me get an angle on someone. Everybody's falling. That sequence looks so frustrating. He's like, give me something to shoot at.
Yeah, behind the lockers, behind the boxes, doesn't really matter. And well, the close spawns for Thieves are there, but FaZe now gonna rotate. They still have a lead. Let's go to a listen-in with Atlanta FaZe.
I'm putting pressure on the right. I'm in spiral. I have all of big door, okay?
Okay.
I have all of big door.
Hey, this thing, right?
Big door dead.
Like, I'm
Fight on mid on me. I have big door.
Dylan. Spiral.
I have big door.
I'll see this round. Try to hold it.
They're still spawning on me ammo.
I see you can slide it.
Top tower. Scrap is top tower.
You're in spiral.
I'm big door, one shot. Name big door.
One shot.
Name big door again.
I got nade. I have one shot.
Nah, he's not in. I'm watching your fence. I'm wanting zip. I'm wanting zip.
That's spiral though.
Zip, one shot. You're better. You're so much better. I'm getting out mid.
I'm right tower, set.
P1, and
Let me get time.
2P1.
MC, wait for me. Wait, MC.
Hey, don't do weak.
Slide in.
Sidewalk challenge me.
I got top. I'm on streak.
Sidewalk challenge me. Bottom ammo, nice. Good job.
I can't do this. I said one more.
Flank on their side of hill.
Time. One shot.
I didn't need him. Outside time.
I have it. I'm pushing.
One's outer. Scrappy.
Are you right? Let's go.
FaZe in control, Draza on 6 straight, streaks coming in, and Abizi, I'll tell you what, I was loving the comms, whether it was like gassing his teammates or just the reminder, like, I've got big door, worry about everything else, like, I've got this, just the reminders, and then once he died, just gassing the boys, you're better. I loved it, because like, you know when you've got important hardpoint like that, like, and you know when like one person drops how mixy it can get, like you heard when he said he had big door, how everyone else could focus on stuff, and the second he died to Scrap, you kind of heard the comms, they had to change and pick stuff up, the change-out gets more chaotic. I know he said it like 5 times, but in that type of hardpoint, I like it. Like, just a reminder, I've got all that, do not worry about it.
Yeah, and then Simp, I think, was the one tracking players, right? He was the one, we're just missing Hydra. Yeah. He's going to probably be Zip. They're able to pick that up, and yeah, I mean, just a nice, clean hardpoint. They don't allow a 2-piece to come in from the Thieves side to lead to a break. And then after that, they dominated P1 throughout this game. I mean, as soon as we got to P1, you heard Draza say, yo, Cell, go up for me. That was debate. You earned so much objective time from Draz where he needed one more kill to have the Hellstorm in case they needed it, but they didn't. It was so much red in the kill feed from Atlanta FaZe. Yeah, that P1 was great from them.
No, it was really, really solid. We want just at least from like early stats and stuff, like just with Cell and like kind of Draza struggles. Like you and I were talking about, like we thought it was probably something with the ARs, like an overall team pacing thing. It's one map, but like it seemed like they were on points. Like the comms seemed good. They were playing together as a unit. It seemed like Draza and Cell had some good back and forth moments. It's a map, but it was solid.
Yeah, and this is the one where they have looked good in the past,
true, that's
right?
true. That's true. That's true.
This is the one where, yeah, Protocol has been one of their go-to hard points for Atlanta FaZe, but yeah, I mean, very, very clean. There was a moment where Thieves brought it within 20 to 30 points, but this P3 to the second P4, that's where they just locked it down. Draws is then able to earn that streak, and yeah, Thieves don't get close.
And yeah, I mean, their success at P1, huge, just considering, you know, you kind of get mollywalked on that first P4, but you still retain like a 10 or 15 point lead just because you were so solid through the first couple of hard points. And this is where we really got to hear the listen in. It was pretty solid stuff out of the team. Some good small talk, good job calling names, some good, I don't know, just I like hearing the teammates gas each other. Sometimes they make a big play, let them know. Simp pops a triple there, and you know, Draza goes on a bit of a tear at the end. I feel like everyone kind of had their moments. Just a really good team effort out of FaZe.
Well, that's it. Yeah, we've just been. Can we get a little bit more of that from the FaZe, right? That's what we normally see from these guys. Just everybody right around a 1.0 and higher. And then normally it's like they're slaying so well, but why is the game close? We don't have that.
Yeah.
Now in this map where, yeah, they just dominate by 100.
Well, usually I'm playing, you know, we're playing with Crowder so much in the morning and stuff, whether it was like Warzone or whatnot, that I'm always like talking about stuff. Like if they'd be struggling, usually like, what's going on? But I just haven't like chatted with him about it. And I know he would have been like, oh, we'll figure it out, we're fine. You know how you do, we're fine. Or he'd be like, oh, we suck. Like, he'd have some generic answer that wouldn't help me at all. That's why I haven't asked you, Chris.
We're 99% win rate and like...
Yeah. He's like, oh no, we haven't lost one single map in scrims, but somehow here we are. But we are all Protocol in Skyline for this one. We're now going to head to Search and Destroy on Skyline, and we're going to be banging it out. We're going to be hitting stuff. We're going to be hitting it hard, Joe.
Absolutely.
From the front, from the back, from the side.
Underground.
Hitting it.
So you're freaky.
Absolutely.
And this is the one map that's a repeat from the last series. Skyline S&D, it was around 11. So yeah, this is the one repeat in that series. So yeah, should be a bang out for sure.
Do you have a panic room?
I don't, no.
You gotta be rich to have a panic room, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely like a room that probably have to sign an NDA to enter.
Oh God. Shots of the boys as they get ready to keep continuing on as we take a look at some stats real quick here from Draza and Abizi. What they were able to do in S&D versus Miami yesterday. Series started slow after the map 1 loss, but well, they got back into it, Search and Destroy. And just the Atlanta FaZe pedigree and Search usually is how they keep themselves in series.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great game out of these two. Obviously leading the way, but yeah, I think the one thing that stands out was that Simp 1v4 because Miami was up 1-0, could have been a 2-0 lead, right, after that map 1 win, but
no, that 1v4 was actually disgusting. I think I watched it back like 5 times last night. Like that was, it was like, it was almost like better than it looked. I don't know how to explain it. Like he made it look so like easy.
Well, then Nate helped.
But even that, like it's just an absolute dot.
Yeah, yeah, it helps though.
Like all of it, like it's the slide back was just clean, just perfect tracking on the guy, just a dot to the van to blow him up, and then just didn't miss a blow the guy and bomb. Like, it was just very clean, but I was impressed. I mean, anytime you pull up a 1v4 is sick, but it's just one of those. I was like, he made that look really easy, but it wasn't.
Not at all. But yeah, kept them very much in the game, and then got those two going in Abizi and Draza.
Yeah, no, and sometimes you just need that, man. When a team is struggling, one big play, one big series victory. I mean, and this is one of those series, like if they come out and like beat the Thieves team and get to tomorrow, like it's one where you're like, okay, they're going to be all right now. Like it's going to be all right going forward. It's going to be the Atlanta FaZe we expect. We'll see. We'll see. As they're just trying to figure things out. And I mean, I think one of the reasons I haven't really been worried about them is at least since you've had like Simp, Cell, and Abizi on the team, they're not usually ones to make a lot of excuses. They're always like, let's get back to the lab. They love COD. They love figuring it out. So I never really like, I don't know. I assume they're going to, but we're going to watch this one more time. And
in case you missed it.
Yeah, I mean, this little slide back is so, it makes it look so easy, but that's just disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect, the slide. Real's got like no idea.
There he goes, Joe Burrow, dot. I mean, and then Metals, I'm not sure what Metals is doing.
So
he sees him there.
Him.
And then, I mean, he just needs it. There's 10 seconds. Like, he just got to somehow not take a gunfight. But
yeah, no, I mean, it's 7.5 to defuse. You didn't have to do much.
yeah, I mean, the last thing I think I'm trying to do at that point right there is take a gunfight.
He may have blacked out. It happens.
Yeah, no, and maybe he said, what the hell happened to my team? I'm not sure.
But the nade, I mean,
It's hard to put it on the last guy because, like, he shouldn't even be in that position. Like, but I was like, why is he fighting there?
Yeah, the Real Chow.
They just lay down at the van. Just
Normally it's the second guy. The Real Chow probably doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, no, usually second guy, because what? You always say that because the first guy, that gets you info, right? Now you know where he is.
Yeah.
Second guy, if you're not absolutely going to be traded, you threw it.
And I'll be honest, I mean, there's literally nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Let's get away from that jar, but yeah, a little lucky. But you can see overall S&D, and this is kind of what we're talking about, 2 and 4 for FaZe. Not what we are used to when we talk about this roster. On the other side for LA Thieves, 3 and 2, and we just think about how good of a respawn team they're going to be. If it's right around 60% in Search and Destroy, this is a team that should win championships.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, that should be the case. Well, let's get into that Search and Destroy phase. Up 1-0 in the series. Now Thieves' turn. Try and bring it on back. Thieves to the offensive strike first, as they're looking for their opening gunfight. Scrap repositioning after he gets stunned up. Envoy spot check there onto the bomb site. And this is sort of the utility dance at the beginning. Exhausting nades, hoping you'll catch something, and then now Scrap, as he gets back to his spot, able to catch draws. FaZe should have one as well. And
they're all just playing for this flank, bomb down. And all of FaZe is through top hall. They just ran at this side of the map, and they're able to find the next 2, so it's a 2 versus 3.
yeah, Simple and Easy just got flying. So now we slow down for a second, 30 seconds to go. Easy's going to get eyes on one, but both are there. Now to a 2 versus 2, but you get a lot of info. Simp is able to get one. He's working on the ace. He's got all the kills in this round. We'll see if he can find Ghosty. Ghosty's got time on his side, but that's about it. That's a great slide and check. I don't think he gets spotted. Able to take out Simp down to a 1 versus 1. There's enough time to get back to win. Or is that was real close. I think he got it.
Yeah, it looked like it did, but it could be.
Got it. Ooh, 0.2 left. My God. 3 for Simp. And they get the round 1 win, but that's about as close as they come.
Yeah, I mean, Ghosty, he sits there for about 10 seconds, right? So he's playing the gamble that, like, they're not going to hop the defuse quite yet. It's just like the timing's a little bit off for him because the player he thinks is going to hop the bomb goes right behind the bar, and it's like, I got to shoot at this guy. And then you don't know if the second one's on the bomb, so he starts to move on forward.
I thought he won it. Once he got the slide through, got info, and didn't get spotted, I'm like, wow, that was kind of lucky. But still a tough spot. Still got 2 players up. But I couldn't believe he got there. Now he's got a bit fortunate with the timing. You get an easy plan in. Draws it, backs it the whole way up, and he's going to have to deal with more likely Envoy, who's going to be working there. He's got a little bit of help, I believe, from Simp as well. BC, the first blood Reaper, he's able to get that first blood. Stop Scrap from doing it in back-to-back rounds. BC now, how long can you stay up? Okay, well, okay. Envoy just got fried.
Yeah, I mean, just great little jiggle there. And yeah, maybe just a little bit of help, but doesn't matter. Abizi makes the play, now has the bomb check. 2 versus 2, though. Hydra's able to find one. Abizi going for the ace, doesn't get it, but I think just, yeah, wastes enough time where Drazic going to play the clock, and there we go.
The Tiny Terror stepping it up through 2 rounds. Simp with 3 in the first, Abizi with 3 in the second, and yeah, I thought Envoy caught him, but you do a little wiggle, a little omni movement, and it sounded like straight headies. I don't know if he got help. I think he just beamed his forehead. He might have.
Yeah, I don't know if Envoy just was waiting for a second.
Well, because he only got hit to 70. Abizi wasn't that weak.
Yeah, great stuff right there from Abizi. And yeah, this is kind of what we sort of see it on Skyline, right? Just sort of retakes around this A bomb site.
2 real close rounds. End up going the way of FaZe. That's another first blood for Abizi and nearly into a second.
How many times do you think if they went back and found, how many times you said another first blood for Abizi?
Yeah, no, it's well, it's
Hundreds?
him or Hydra. I mean, yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, there's just guys or I mean, back when Zuma played, you just know we're going to be in that first fight, win or lose. I thought Ghosty for a second a freebie on the shoulder. That's not ended up being the case. Simp is able to cut him down. You got a 3v2 advantage for FaZe now. Scrap, thinking about it. Not going to be able to get out of there. They'll catch him in the post play. It's all on Hydra now. See if he can be a magician. We know he can. The reach out. Oh, Lordy. Takes his shoes and nearly takes another. And now we're shooting bodies. The MVP battle. Simp and Hydra. Simp closes it out.
We almost had another moment. Remember we always talk about that second player? We just had another one. I mean, Draws. I know he's maybe a little weak. And your teammate gives you the call out like he's weak, so you just instantly chow. But Hydra just destroyed Draws, and Simp's like,
well, he went to like instant chow, and then he slid away, and I think Draws like sort of gave it up to reposition then, and they just slid right back out and just got fried.
Almost an insane highlight out of Hydra, but FaZe keep it going. And
bro, every round's been like this. Like it just comes down to like a little 1v1 at the end, which might decide it, and FaZe has had the better end of all those moments. And you've got 9 out of the Tiny Terrors right now. We'll see where the first blood would come from this time. 2-1 advantage for FaZe currently in that department.
Yeah, and Scrap's in a great position here. A lot of info. You have the top hall cross. If things get messy bottom kitchen, you can help things out, but they pretty much know FaZe is just hanging out, playing it slow due to Scrap.
If Scrap catches one, I mean, Simp should have an insta trade if no one's looking over Scrap. Well, no, he might be good. But we're just chilling for a moment. Scrap, there's that first blood. I thought Simp would probably be the one to pounce.
He's still waiting.
He's just waiting. Yep, just waiting.
Yeah, but Josie spotted him. I think number 8 put some shots in.
Yeah,
so
somebody.
knows.
That's what I was wondering. Somebody had eyes over him, and they did. This nice setup here from Thieves.
No, it really
nice
is. Scrap gets 3 in the round. The only thing they have to worry about in that situation is Underground, and I think number 7 was watching it. But yeah, you have Ghosty pretty much in a trade position. Scrap has all the middle, and yeah, just a great default there from LA Thieves.
No. Good setup, good execution. And that's the first like kind of clean round we've had, really. Can you ping off that momentum? And keep it going here now if you are Thieves. Well, it's Scrap with 2 first bloods now, 2 for Abizi as we get into round 5. But yeah, we've had what it was like a round with 3 from Abizi, 3 from Simp, 3 from Scrap, like and nearly 3 from Hydra. That's what happens to you players like this on both sides of it.
Hydra's trying to find that timing again, right? What he does so well in Search and Destroy. Where's the opening? But it's quickly traded. Now into a 2-on-2, making a 1v2 for Envoy.
Let's see if he can activate now. Clutch up. Not gonna happen.
There's a triple for Abizi.
Not gonna happen. Just having these monster moments. Yeah, it's coming in 3s right now for everybody. 7 now for Abizi. And that's just kind of the nature of this map, though, too. It's just like you just get one. You just like turn to a 45-degree angle. You're shooting at somebody else. It's just small. You're just snapping around. You get in a little groove.
And I think the biggest one there for Abizi is the second one on Hydra, right? Because they plant the bomb A. You saw from Hydra's POV, he hits the zip. He's behind enemy lines. And they're just hoping he doesn't get lost after the first one, right? Just sort of waste your time. Almost what we talk about with Shotzzy all the time, right? Just don't let him waste your time. And Abizi able to find the second.
Up 4-1. FaZe close to a 2-0 edge in this. Scrap another first blood. That's his 3rd. Abizi is in a world of trouble. Scrap gets another one. He's probably going to get a 3rd because that's how the game's been going. And he does.
This is actually crazy. We're going to pay attention to it now.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But they'll get their second up. Scrap having a monster one. But they're still going to be in a 4-2 hole. They're just showing off the Omni movement. Just making a mess of this kitchen. Some maid's going to be pissed off. What is that? Looks like a squirrel like shit in the biscuit.
I think that.
I don't know why that's where my brain went.
I have no idea.
My brain's a weird place.
Yeah, I don't know.
This didn't look very edible. I don't know. It didn't look good at all.
Didn't look great. Spoiled muffins is where my mind went. I just with the squirrels.
I don't know. Like some games, like I remember I played like Final Fantasy 15 or something. They had like video of like actual food. Like there's been some games that have gone like really detailed with like food being cooked. Like that didn't look real. That didn't look good at all. We gotta work on that. I gotta talk to the art team.
We have other problems, don't we? No, about the food.
Oh, I'm dying, bro. Oh, well, he's got to get a third.
Nope.
No, not gonna happen. Ends the spree. Cell connecting, scrap. He's on 4 straight. Trying to clutch up, not gonna happen. If he killed both, it would have been his 3 in the round, but not able to do it. That's the 5th round now up for FaZe. They sell at 1 going into that one, but
Yeah, you know, you've had some individual rounds from Thieves, right? Like the side of scrap, like we just saw, but there's always been a response. So you're not allowing LA Thieves to kind of go on these runs and get themselves back into the game.
no, I mean, this is back-to-back maps where FaZe have mostly just been in control. Like, this is the first time where I feel like they're looking, I mean, they've had their good maps, but just kind of looking like you maybe expect them to. They're still got to close this out. I think we just saw, what, like a 3-5 comeback in that map 5 in the last series. We'll see if Thieves can pull off the 2-5 comeback. Or FaZe will shut it down here. First blood to Draws as he's playing deep, tries to snap on a Hydra. Maybe setting up Cell, he's gonna get double chowed. The fact Cell gets 1 is brilliant there. Yeah, I thought they bait and switched that pretty well, but he has hit his shots. Draza finds the last one. Atlanta FaZe finally maybe feeling good about some of the Call of Duty they're playing as they take a dominant 2-0 edge in this. And honestly, both maps just haven't been that close. Well, I mean, I know map 1 was, but it was till it wasn't. Like, they kind of blew it open at the end of it. And they were leading throughout most.
Then all FaZe so far. And even like that last round, like Envoy was just kind of hitting it by himself. I feel like everyone, there's always a player like Back Patio or he's just trying to make an individual play, but I feel like just kind of what we see on Skyline, that normally doesn't work out too well. It's instantly traded.
Bro, Ant's about to take a dominant lead in the predictions. Like, he's already up big at this point of the year. I mean, he said it though. I was like, yeah, I mean,
He's locked in. He's on a heater.
He is. He is absolutely on a heater. BZ goes 10-6, has a great map, some really nice individual plays, really from him and Simp. Yeah, you had him on the other side, scrapping a bunch of beautiful moments, bunch of first bloods, but just wasn't enough. Despite the individual plays, and like, what's actually crazy to think about, that's one of the first search and destroys I've ever casted where Hydra's on the map, and I don't think I mentioned his damn name.
Yeah, like, he had like a solid game.
I mean, outside of like that, almost the 1v3, like usually it's just, I feel like he has more of an impact with like the first bloods and stuff, typically in search and destroy. Like he's one of your entry guys. You see it a lot, especially when we watch him on like Vault, but they're like, it was either like Scrap getting a pick or it was the subs of Atlanta FaZe. Like he didn't really have that impact we expect him to sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was some moments from Scrap. That was about it.
Yeah, no, it really was. At least with just like your opening duels, for sure. But that'll do at least for the first 2 maps to break it down, and for Ant to probably gloat. We'll get it back to the desk.
Not worried about it at all. Atlanta FaZe gets reverse swept all the time.
Yeah.
Sure.
All the time.
I don't think it's ever happened. I'm like, when was the last time? All right, LA Thieves, it's time to wake up. You saw Minnesota Rocker do this at the start of the day, Ant. So give Ali and I some hope. How can LA get back in this, or is this a 3-0 done?
Well, you got to get Hydra going, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, on that map number 1, the sub-duo Hydra and Envoy didn't do much at all, and I really think it's just because of the setups we saw from Atlanta FaZe, right? Like, Atlanta FaZe are good at protocol, and now I see why LA Thieves auto-banned it in all of their series prior to it, right? So they were already seeing the map pool affect some teams. Like, you didn't politic well enough, Rewind, it got removed, and we've seen them, namely Scrap, very vocal on Twitter about how much he dislikes Skyline as well, which we just saw them lose, and we're gonna have Skyline in map 4. So when you look at this map set, it has Atlanta FaZe's name written all over it, but if you're hoping for a reverse sweep, you're looking at Hydra to kick things into gear.
Are you worried at all that Simp is shooting bodies?
Why would I be worried that Simp is shooting bodies? Absolutely not. Atlanta FaZe in the past couple of years, I feel like their confidence has kind of just grown with kind of the changing of that 4th member, and Draws has added a lot of crap talking to this team. So for Atlanta FaZe, and especially for Simp, I'm sure in that 1v1, he's been compared, I'm sure, to Hydra constantly. So this match has a little bit more to it than just the minors, than just Atlanta FaZe trying to prove that they're a top team again, and LA Thieves defending kind of their #1 spot in the league right now.
I will say a lot of the FaZe haters are kind of silenced in the chat right now.
Yeah.
It is a peaceful place. Come on in to YouTube.com.
Listen, Chris, they had a couple of weeks, right? Like they were going ham. They're like, yo, blow it up, please break this team up. And I see why, because when they figure it out, it just feels like that spark from the 1v4 of Simp. It's just got everybody going like, yo, don't forget who we are. Like, we can take over these series, and You know, if they come into this series in a minor tournament atmosphere and beat these guys 3-0, Atlanta FaZe will fully be back in my mind.
We should remind everybody that Atlanta dropped their first map against Miami yesterday. They had to win 3 straight after that. This was LA's first 2 maps of 2025. Question is, do they get more than 2 moving forward? Let's take a look at the SMG matchup, Allie.
They have to, you know, especially with the expectations so high for LA Thieves. I think this will be one of those situations where that control is going to be that flip game mode. It's going to be that map number 3 because it's been all the SMGs. And unfortunately, what's really painful is Envoy has done this before where he has been a little bit inconsistent. And I would hate to see that happen again this year.
They in danger, Ant?
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst game mode, is control. 2-2 in it, right? They played 1 protocol, if you guys remember, in that Minnesota match. LA Thieves should have lost that protocol. It was like a crazy round where Minnesota kind of threw it. So we're going back to that Atlanta FaZe. I think they might close it in 3.
The players are going to take every ounce of this break, so let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket one more time and update you with what we're looking at tomorrow. We have 2 semifinals, 1 minor, 1 tournament finals. Royal Ravens officially locked up against Optic Texas. The bottom, though, up for grabs. Can LA Thieves battle back? Otherwise, FaZe is 1 map away from facing the Rocker.
I mean, come on, we were supposed to have all Game 5s today. I know it's been a long day, but it would be so wrong if we didn't get what was supposed to be the best match on the day going all the way.
We got some good games coming our way.
You guys got to lock in on your picks.
Tonight,
What do you
I'll
mean
be
by
honest. I really wanted to pick Simpa but then I thought she was going to pick a different team, and I was like,
What are you gonna blame
this is my
me
chance
for?
to regain the lead.
Hold
And
on,
she's
I was
just
like, say,
following my
defending
picks.
prediction champ, by the way, last year.
I totally should have just followed
Yeah,
Ant
but I'm
once
locked
again.
now, so.
Ant is locked in. Are you
How many
locked
matches have we
in? Your
had?
pick'em brackets are officially locked, and we are down to, I believe, 20% with correct brackets up to this point. For now, let's get back to the caster. Smirkin may even take it away from us.
Thank you, guys. You're having a lot of fun, and so are we. It's a late night. We're having a blast. But no, this is like an important one in a way for me, just because control in general is important to me when it comes to Atlanta FaZe, because over the years that they have been dominant, there have been stretches where they've been not great at Hardpoint. They've had not many bad stretches in Search, but they have had bad stretches in Search. The one thing they have always been like a top 1 or 2 team has been control. And they start slow this year. They haven't looked great. It's not been a ton, but I don't know. If they're going to get back to being dominant, man, that game 3 has just always been so good for them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can see right here this season, 2 and 3 for one side, 2 and 2 for the other, and it's really been all vault.
I guess I'm thinking more like yesterday. They went into the yesterday 1 and 3. I was like, they're 1 and 3 in control. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I think as much flack as control gets, normally when you look at tournament winners, look at their control record. It normally shows
100%.
Normally very good.
Yes.
Usually around 80%.
100%.
No, 80%. Usually 70 to 80%.
100%. We'll see if FaZe can win 100% of the maps as they look to finish them off.
Huh?
Yeah, could have worded that better, Joe. But we get into map 3. Atlanta FaZe looking for the 3-0 victory. Easy. A real nice map, too. We're going to take that right into map 3. As he starts off with a pair, and so far, so good. He's trying to get into the back line.
Well, again, it's Celium. He's able to find 3. Gets the multi-kill, and you set up a Beezy, right? It's just which corner is he in, and that is a great slide from Envoy. Nice trade there from Simp, but it's the start you want if you're FaZe, right? Don't give them any momentum. You're on a defensive round. Control the middle of the map and get into your spots. Draw's now trying to flank. Looks like Hydra's watching one side, Envoy the other, so they got that taken care of.
Progress over at A. Inching their way close to that second tick. Not quite. Did it go through? Maybe? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, got the second tick. Hydra's playing with the doorways and then sliding on out. Simp's gonna get buried. Oh, they didn't get it. Oh, it was so close. So they'll clear that all the way back too. They fly out just to get that done. I mean, that's a big play considering that was a centimeter from getting done. Ghostie's off the map. Abisi and Simp then get 2. We got 30 seconds left to go, and that might have sealed the round.
Yeah, Josie just slipped. It's raining.
That's true. It is wet out.
Yeah.
You don't know what type of shoes they're wearing. They might have had like military shoes on with good grip, but then they put on these new skins, and they could be in some sneakers that just don't have the same level of support, Joe.
That's a good point. Skins look great, though.
They do, but I don't know what's on the bottom of those things. So they treads? Is it flat rubber? I'm not sure, Joe.
Not sure, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, you at least stop it for a second. You get on to B. You'd love to have another tick or two if you can. There is a chance, right? You have a couple players on it. They're reading the pinch. Can they make something of this round? You at least get the second one, and that's all you'll get. So it could have been a lot worse, but yeah, you'll take 2 ticks.
Yeah, we get an extra tick on there, but yeah, I mean, God, I thought they had that. You put your face in the monitor basically to see if they had the second tick at A.
It looked like they did.
No, I thought they did, but then suddenly it's all cleared. His FaZe were quick to get on that. But really, I mean, they won that from the onset. At least they win the opening break. There's immediate pressure. You don't allow any rhythm to get going for this Thieves team. Just don't give them any momentum at all.
Yeah, the one time you had 2 players on A, right? We saw Envoy and Hydra watching the pinch. I think Abizi then took a long route. He wins the one-on-one versus Envoy, and then him and Simp sort of collapse onto the A point. That was the only sort of map control you really had. But it was Abizi who shut it down, and in that round 1, he puts up 11 kills.
Yeah, no, 11 in a control round. That's fantastic stuff out of him. Envoy just inching his way on forward, not able to snap back. He will get traded out. It's another opening break that you'll give the edge over to FaZe. Hydra has come soaring out though. Won't live long. I thought it was the bullets from the 2 FaZe players around him, but it's actually a team nade. He was really getting shot at from both sides.
That's the one tough part, right? You try to retake that point. You're the last player alive. Your teammates have spawner thinking, I'm going to chuck some nades onto it.
Yep.
Well, Josie takes him down, but they do regain map control. And now you have Scrap in a great spot. At least you would think so, but draws it with the heads-up play. The slide, the pillar gets in your way, and that is 3 dead for Thieves.
Yeah, no, Scrap wants that one back, but no, pillars, man.
We've all been there.
They can be frustrating. You lose a little aim assist for a second, you lose the player, and then suddenly you're put in the blender. This FaZe are really ramping it up. They're up 7 lives right now, playing as a cohesive unit. Celium's ready to get a little stabby. It'll be what? The A point done, the extra minute in, just under 2 minutes to work with. You at least get some big kills in sequence here for your Thieves to make sure there's no kind of transition over. And that allows them to get forward as well. So that's a great stretch after the point. Like, you give them the extra minute, obviously, but since then, it's perfect.
Yeah, at least, like, advantage, though, for FaZe, right? Because they only give up 2 ticks, so something to take into the next one. Ghosty with a great slide, and, well, before this life, he was struggling. Now on 5 in a row, up to 8 and 11. Can he find number 6? No, Celium pulls out another sub.
And look at how fast that life advantage. You had 7 life advantage. You get 1 wave down, you get 1 wave of spawn kills, and suddenly you're 14-14. So great stuff from Thieves, and now a great chance to win this round. That's the best you can hope for if you're going to give up a point, at least. Like, have it be just clean. That next, like, 30 seconds of gameplay after that really helps set you up to secure that second point defensively. Celium is all through on the other side. Man, how this pays off. This could be really good for FaZe, and it is. It's 1 player left. It's really Envoy just running in circles. How fast can they trade him out? He's able to get 2. I mean, that's huge. That buys the boys time to get back. Make sure you don't have maybe 3 players stacking this.
But if there's a second player there, that second tick is in, right? So you would be up to 4. Or sorry, the first tick would be in. You had 2 on it. So yeah, that Envoy 2-piece could be very important moving forward, but they still have to win this round. They're down 2 lives, 30 seconds remaining. FaZe have to go soon.
Yeah, and just, I mean, that, like the tick, but also just, you probably have bodies on the point longer, it extends the clock, it works down those 6 lives you have. Like, that 2-piece could end up being huge, and he's still finding kills. 12 seconds to go. Simp just being patient, now gonna chow out. Can they bring it to lives? 5v4. 5v3, 4v2.
Get on it.
Gotta get to it. Just able to get on with 0.8. The help is coming in. He's by himself here for a second. Cell able to get 1 through on the cross. They get the round win. They do just enough to bleed out the lives.
Well, that's it, right? We saw this earlier in the day. These attacking teams, what they want is they want to pause the clock. They want to build like a 7 to 8 life advantage. Get done with the 8 point. And it's still going to be tough to win the round, but there's enough resources to where if you get put in a spawn trap, you can get out of it. You have the life advantage. You pause enough time on the clock where you can work B.
I mean, that's been FaZe's recipe for control for a long time. Like, even like too much sometimes. Like playing around the lives. Like, we're just like, can you guys just stack the goddamn point? Like,
but on this map specifically,
no, I know. But that's been their recipe in a lot of maps. Like over these past few years. Like, They want to just win the battle of attrition, win it through the lives. And they're able to do it. I mean, by the hair of their chinny chin chin. There's 0.8 seconds on the clock, just barely get it through. Abizi goes right at the gut. This time, Hydra's going to be there to meet him. But Thieves are at risk of getting 3-0 in the map and 3-0 in the series. And I mean, maybe the series we thought had the most potential to go 5 today. It might be our quickest, which it's been a long day. We had like 3 2-hour series today.
Sometimes that's the way it is.
Yep. See if Thieves can do anything more efficiently here on offense. Trying to isolate players off of spawn, doing a good job of that, dealing with Simp. They haven't made any progress really on too much, but the fact is you've been on a point for the most part, so you still have a minute on the clock.
Yeah, you kind of saw from like Scrap's point of view, they're just like kind of giving them nothing. You know, FaZe, they're really taking their time, trying not to bleed lives. Now they're starting to. With only one player on it, that A point just goes so slowly, but now they very much are.
They turned it on here.
As well, you are up 7 lives. Pretty much that formula I was talking about, this is exactly it. Thieves doing it now.
Yeah, it's basically exactly what we saw FaZe do just a couple rounds ago. Or just a couple rounds, just the last round. There's the capture, and basically identical situations, pretty much.
Yeah, 7 life advantage, 2 minutes. The only difference here is you still have that map control, right? There's no situation where it's seeming like they're gonna go 3 or 4 dead.
That's true. I mean, they were able to do that to him, right? And they brought the lives back in what felt like 20 seconds. Not happening here. Thieves just keep ripping and roaring.
FaZe have got nothing. You already have 1 take done at B. Finally, you get something there, but you're gonna have to peek Scrap sooner or later. Finally, you do. Hydra going out for the trade. He's thinking they should finish that tick, maybe, but it doesn't matter. Still 7 lives in the advantage, a minute 40.
Yeah, it's like if you're FaZe, you're gonna have to have some 4-down stretch here, some nice sequence that really gets you back into it. Otherwise, it should be pretty similar to what we saw last round. Scrap killing Celium so hard, half his body was in the ground. Sit back, looking for angles. Scrap still there and still shooting. 7 lives left. They're doing this even better than FaZe did last round, just choking them out. Beautifully done there from Thieves, and probably the best we've seen them look over the course of this series.
Yeah, now it's just, can they, is that the round to finally get them going? See a little bit more animation from Scrap, just trying to talk to the boys, get them locked in. They gotta slow this man down. Abizi up to 28 already. Well, they're gonna need a very good defense here to try to secure for round 5.
I mean, he's averaging nearly 10 a round. He's been terrific. He's on pace for a huge one if this goes all the way to round 5. I mean, look at him compared. I mean, Simp's got 10, by the way. Abizi has 28. There's no one even like in the same ballpark as him right now. This could be some kind of control record if he keeps it going, but we'll see if that'll be the case. Thieves got to push this to round 5 if any kind of number is going to be set. A much better opening break here from Thieves. Nearly get all 4. Abizi, of course, the one that's going to get away, at least for now. And then obviously he's going to get a kill as well. On 30, on a 3, on an absolute heater. Will he be enough to just have FaZe close this out here? But nobody else is really finding kills. It's just kind of been Abizi.
Yeah, and the problem is you've had like nobody really on A, so already 30 seconds burned. Like the lives aren't too bad yet. Ghostie's all the way pushed up in your base. Yeah, weird timing there. Scrap's already down the zip line. Draza looking for some spawn kills. Like, this is great and all, but again, game clock already at 45. While Draza's here, the rest of your teammates are in your base.
Yeah, he's just looking for somebody, and they spawn out the other side. Oh, he does get eyes on him at least, but Hydra's going to get away.
Wow, one more bullet, I think, yeah.
He's frustrated with that one, I'm sure, because he doesn't get the kill, and his team is just getting farmed, so he's going to have to wrap back and try to get on the point because time is dwindling. 30 seconds left to go. He's in trouble. Teammates still in trouble as well. Hydra and Scrap still eating inside of their house, stealing all their food. Draza, that stretch from Draza was not fun. That was just frustrating. He effectively did nothing.
This is what he needed, right? I mean, it had to be almost flawless. They had a 2-tick advantage. So Thieves just really putting on the pressure, trying to get that round 5 defense.
They turned it up massively here. Can they just close it out? You do get 3 dead. Probably the best stretch you had from FaZe throughout the course of this one, but then Envoy answers back with a double. You still have one on the point. Ghosty's trying to clean it up. Simp with some nice shots to back up Ghosty. Scrap, though, able to peek it as well. Then you get somebody on over towards A. They're going to have to now push across and try to clean them up off of this. We'll see if they can somehow get the minute extension or get any kind of ticks. You have the 1 tick on A.
That one on B is almost done, but they're still fighting A. And so Thieves are trying to get on this. There we go. There's the contest. Ghosty sliding on through. Draza looking over it. Should be down to Draz. It is, and I'm pretty sure Thieves have it for round 5. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I didn't know if they need one more. We'll see. Yeah, I'll be honest. I lost track of the ticks. I wasn't sure if they needed one more or not.
Normally I'm good at it, but it's like my bedtime right now. You know? I'm an old man.
It's late. It's late. It's been a long one. We'll see. So it will be Thieves defending.
I did track it right. Nice.
So they did enough there to get the defense. Now can they just replicate that? Because you had a nice attack.
And I mean, what a 2 couple of rounds from Thieves.
No, it was 2 really good rounds from FaZe, then 2 even better ones from Thieves. aBeZy still on insane pace, but it seems like Thieves have woken up within this series. And it's not a team you want to give any kind of momentum because they are now starting to feel it. And, well, man, might have another series going to go to a map 5. We'll see. It was looking like a 3-0. Not really feeling that way anymore. That was headshots.
Yeah, well, I think Cell is still weak.
Yeah. Just like
I'm going to assume so.
Bullet or 2 to the dome.
Yeah, Ghosty with some nice shots. He's on 3 in a row. And a Scrap again kind of leading the way. He really stepped up in map 2. Had double digits for the loss. But you saw him just when we went to the player camps. He was just trying to get the boys a little fired up. And it's worked so far. Just can they win this round? They are very much in control.
Is keep pushing up this lives situation. I mean, this time it's Simp kind of working through the back as he'll get back onto A. I think they're going to get 2 players onto that. See if they can win this other 2-on-2 skirmish that's going down the stairwell.
That looks like a fun fight.
Yeah, super fun. But still, you got 26 seconds left. You just had no success. They have found no openings towards the objective. And these last 2 offenses. I feel like there's just been 2 players battling out of spawn for FaZe like for the past 5 minutes. Like at all times.
Yeah, and the one player maybe just trying to make a play every single time has gotten cut down. And now the multi-kills just starting to ramp up. Down 2-0, down 2-0 in the control as well. Starting to bring it back here as Thieves.
Well, that'd be enough to wake him up. We're going to get to the point. Simp is able to get there. Not sure he's going to do much, though. One person will be able to get on. It's desperation time. You're down 7 lives. Everyone is sending it on forward. You got everywhere to check. He does finish one, but you still got aBeZy and Cell there on the point. We'll see if they can get that minute extension. It's doable still, but Hydra a chance to really tear this thing apart. Depending on how fast this gets picked up and how fast he can maybe trade. It does get picked up. Draza will find Hydra. Minute extension is through. You're down 5. Can FaZe do something crazy now? They've got 2 dead. 45 to go. 3 dead.
Before? Oh, he doesn't catch him. Still trying to find him, and there we go. All 4 dead. Now you're going to have multiple players on it.
Hold up.
Celium locked in down the middle of the map, or at least trying to. Instead gets caught, but the rest of FaZe are on B.
They're going to get 3 off of it. They clear it, 40 seconds to go, and you just don't have the lives. You've only got 3 people up. They were so close to bringing this back. But now you're in trouble. Just got to trade this efficiently if you're Thieves, and it's done. 1 player remaining in Draza, and he is night-night. Down 0-2, 3 brilliant rounds out of Thieves, and they'll extend the series. And now the boys look a little bit fired up. Maybe some energy changes here is... Well, that was nearly an insane comeback from FaZe, but...
And I think, I mean, there's probably like 2 other things Cell can probably do from that spot. It's A, just don't even peek at all. Just sit behind the gun and just lock down top mid, or the other is, honestly,
as soon as he started doing the pull up there, I was like, oh God.
After you kill Scrap, I'm thinking just, if you're going to stack it, right, you know you have 6 lives. If they 4-stack that, I think the round's done.
I mean, yeah.
But he doesn't want to get caught sprinting away. Always tough in that scenario. He puts up 34. He caught up to aBeZy. He's the one that really turned it on.
No, aBeZy went into that with like 35 or something, didn't he? He went into that round like 34 or 35. I'm pretty sure he didn't get a kill or something.
Well, Selden must have really turned up.
I think so.
Yeah, because he finishes with 24 offensive kills. So, yeah, that round 5, he got going, but it didn't matter. Thieves just had enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to BC with his last couple, but no, he did not. He went from frying to getting fried, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he just, like, hits the moment, dives onto it. Yeah, are they done with that point? Might be.
Yeah. You never know, but if they get the 4-stack, is it long enough to just close it out? I'm kind of thinking it might have been, but that might be a hard call. Yeah, yes, it's a bit of a hike at that point, but like you might have been able to do it. And then this is the round they're able to get it done. They had a big advantage in lives, and from here it is just all Thieves the rest of the way.
Yeah, this is when they really got going. Well, they win that attack round, and then on defense, just FaZe were able to find nothing, kind of get shut out. That gives Thieves defense. And I forgot to fit the round that FaZe won, it was through lives, not ticks. So they only had like 4 that round. So instead of like that sort of 6.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, no, that's what you would like screw them up sometimes, like especially last year, right? Like they ran into that problem on Invasion sometimes. They play around the lives and then they get around 5 offense because of it. And that can bite you sometimes, and kind of ends up doing it here.
Great shots right there from Hydra for that retake on the B, and there we go. That's what we normally see from that guy. As they are happy to see him at 4.
Yeah. No, they look kind of dead in the water. Energy didn't seem to be there. Then they get that. And now, well, I mean, the energy's going to come to your play Skyline. You're just going to be headbutting each other.
It's been a long day. Everybody's looking for the energy.
Yeah, no, certainly are, Joe. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just sort of blabbering. Actually, I fell asleep in the green room before this, I'll be honest. It's been a long one. It's about 75 goddamn degrees in this room.
You have a nap like once or twice a day, right?
Am I at that age where I need to be napping?
Yeah, like micro napping.
I don't know what's happening. I just know that like this is like the 3rd time today where it looks like a 3-0, and then next thing you know, it's a 2.5-hour series. Like, what was the first one to start today? The Rocker one, right? Like,
yeah.
That was like 30 seconds for being a 3-0. And next thing I know, there's
that's because
2 game drops. And we
haven't had any of that yet.
2.5
so
hours go by.
Let's chill.
Yeah.
We don't want any of that.
You're right.
We just want some great Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that's what we're getting.
We're gonna get that, Joe. Except we're going to Skyline, which is not great Call of Duty, but we're...
Yeah, but it's going to be fun.
That's true. It is going to be fun for the players. Just going to be in there, just... I'll kill you, and you're going to spawn right there.
That's the way it works.
Yep, that's the way it works. Is we'll get to battle here on Skyline. You see some smiles now on the Thieves players' faces. Scraps fired up. They're having fun. And yeah, you didn't see any of this in the first 2 maps.
No, you saw nothing.
They were snoozing. Now they throw a punch and start to feel it a bit.
And then on the other side for like FaZe, right? You've been sort of, again, not being the FaZe that we know. Starting to dominate a series. Now it's one of these tough mental battles where they're just going to have to, hopefully not collapse.
We'll see. Well, they're going to get tested now a little bit after they were absolutely grooving. We saw the bracket there for a second. Now we have part of the bracket and part of the
got it. There it is.
And back to the bracket. Listen, we're just keeping everybody on their toes. This is how it looks right now. We got Ravens versus Optic on the top side. Rocker will play the winner of this. FaZe a map away from moving on, and Sunday will be our final 3 matches.
Yeah, I mean, great showing from Rocker so far. 2 Game 5 wins. Again, a tough team to put away. On the other side, Optic, doing their thing, and Carolina still looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of that one, they were up they were down like 2-5 or 3-5, and I ran to the restroom because we were going to cast, and I come back and they won the map. I was like, oh, I thought they were dead in the water. I swear I left and they were losing the map, and then they pull it out. This Ravens team has been a fun one. TJ has been popping off. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, Search and Destroy tomorrow between those two should be great to watch, right? Because Optic's on that win streak.
Yeah, like 7 in a row. Or
Carolina, that's just been their bread and butter.
Yeah, no, that'll be a really fun one to watch. Just waiting for the Hardpoint to get loaded up here, but you've got superstars across the page. Every player on your screen able to absolutely drop a bomb on a map like this. Just might, literally any of them could put up 40 plus. The potential is there from these guys. We went to Skyline once, at least for the Search and Destroy. That was a really dominant Search victory from FaZe. This is obviously going to be a whole hell of a lot different, but there's been some dramatic ones here for Well, Thieves, they've had like a 250, 249 win, like a 250, 245. I think they've had some just nail biters. What was the 250, 249? Was that against the Gorilla? That was the Gorillas one, right?
Yeah, it's their only one. So yeah, 1-0, and that's their
okay,
win.
okay.
Yeah, that's their win.
That one was so crazy, I guess, that I was thinking it was multiple. But that one was wild, though. That one was wild.
And then for the FaZe side, yeah, 1-1. So a couple more reps, or another rep over FaZe, but yeah, Thieves able to clutch that one out.
See if we get a different looking team now. They seem fired up. Opening little sequence here seems to be the advantage to FaZe. I thought that for a second, but we go 2 for 2. Now Thieves trying to fight for position. FaZe's just been lurking down here. Can't take down anymore, and into the hardpoint first will be Thieves now to try and pick up some of this time. Celium just looking for the angle as he's stunned up, and his teammates are finding kills around him.
Nice shot by Draws, and now just trying to get the time. Pulls out the pistol, gonna reposition. FaZe just trying to flip those spawns, trying to get P2 control, and there we go. What a start from FaZe after what happened to them throughout that protocol. Maybe not what you would expect, but this is the response you like to see.
No, that little, like, if you were just watching the minimap, that little sequence from when they got into the hardpoint to like setting up and winning the gunfights for P2 was perfect. Like, that was clinical. So now getting position here. We'll see what kind of lead they can now turn this into. We know this can be such a scrappy map. I mean, more often than not, teams are within a couple points of each other, but this has been a very good minute of Call of Duty here from FaZe, as they've had no holes in their setup.
Finally, you get some pressure towards the back staircase, but it's just been multi-kill after multi-kill, and aBeZy shuts down that push, and now he's going to try to get aggressive through the middle of the map. Keep it going. As he's up to 8-2, he was so good in map number 3.
Well, he was until he wasn't, I guess. I gotta go look at like the fall off there, but yeah, too easy for aBeZy in that sequence. That was disgusting.
Just not slowing down.
And you don't get that many like 60s on Skyline usually. I know you got some money hills, and there's some hard to break, but like not usually that clean.
Not a P2. I mean,
No.
I guess, yeah, it's possible, but it's normally around that P4.
aBeZy had, what, 11 through the first round of control. He's got 11 through the opening 2 hard points here. Off to a banger start, but now it's like Thieves, when are they going to go ahead and answer? And if you think back to what, at least the map 1, right? They went into a pretty big hole, and then they had one big hole. They got them right back into the game. Maybe their chance to do it now, but obviously a mid-map scrapper is what you can have on this point. You try to take the route, but they pick it up.
That is a great read by Draws. Yeah, because you had 4 dead and a lot of room for Hydra to work with.
Well, I'm sure
but you had another 4 dead. So there we go. After that first kill comes on through, then you can make this play. This is great time so far. 20, 25 seconds earned for LADs, and now can they transition it to a P4 hold, get themselves right back into the game. Simp is able to find a couple and just let them know there's some presence bedroom side.
I'm sure their game plan when they're in some of their tough matchup is just a where is Hydra, where is Shotzzy? Is a lot of the comps, and trying to shut down those routes from happening. But maybe able to go back-to-back hard points now. Is aBeZy will be the last one up, and he'll get traded out. You have another nice setup for Thieves as they flip the game on its head. You got vision on all of them. I don't even know he realizes he got 2 players there. He's shooting at 1. I think it's the headshot on the back player.
Yep.
That looked ridiculous from Ghosty. But this is Skyline.
That's just it. I mean, yeah, then Simp and aBeZy spawn up, and then aBeZy's on another 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that was the most Skyline. Like Ghosty with a double, and then the player he killed gets a double right after.
Well, just back and forth.
Yep, it sure is, Joe. Well, they get him spawning out pretty deep this time due to, I think, number 7 and Envoy kind of pushing out.
Yeah, but you need it this time, honestly, this 15 seconds, because that goes FaZe's way. That's 70-point lead or so instead. Yeah. A little bit different, and you're right back into the game if you're LADs.
Yeah, these are the types of maps usually we talk about, like a Bocage or a Skyline. Like a 50-point lead is more than a 50-point lead on like another map. Like it's almost like double it kind of versus like a more traditional map.
Well, they're gonna read this. Simp gets a spawn out, and he might just get a freebie. Instead, he puts some shots in, just tries to reposition. So it could have been a lot worse. All three FaZe players spawn up on the left. Simp spawns up on the right, doesn't punish him. And now they can get into a setup. This Envoy's gonna spawn on up. Him and Hydra gonna work kitchen side.
Looking for a potential lead change here, but not going to come yet. Still trailing by 7 are Thieves.
That was chasing a ghost.
Yeah, no, absolutely was. Abizi now with the double. Back into the hardpoint go FaZe. Thieves trying to bring this back. Get some big plays, big momentum, and get this to a map 5. They brought it back after being down big early. Let's go to listen in now with Thieves.
Spawn in there.
One's wood. Wouldn't it be Jim?
That's one AC.
They're still sitting P3. I just want to top. Yeah, I'm with
Piano
top.
steps done.
Listen,
We should go faster. And then,
Oh, Jim.
go. I'm needing your team.
Terminated. Solid.
Let's go back.
Back.
Kitchen, first guy.
He jumped off. Plat.
Kitchen, careful.
Plat to Zig.
Play through the time, guys. Two gonna be front door.
Back door.
No picked up mid. No pick mid hole. You know what, Zig?
There's 2.
Zig weak in the back door. Zig in back door. Like, Zig went Piano steps. Piano steps too. You're gonna be front. Front. They're gonna be top mid too. Top mid. Fast. One more property. Buy time, guys. They can only go top mid. It looks like. Yeah, white's fine.
You're gonna be in the back of me.
Building back door. I can get your side plat. Hold back door weak. Back door. One shot back door. Two back door. Two mid. Yo, side plat, Ernie. Alright, yo, one's to the right, one's a Piano. I'm trying one shot. I'm gonna get mid. He's gonna be mid. He's gonna beat you. Front mid two, BZ. I don't know. Two mid. They're gonna drop down, it looks like. One more mid. Jim, close up, Paco, close up. Okay. So we gotta hold top. I'll hold top. Help mid, Paco. Yeah. It could be top mid.
I hear you. I have the pinch.
Low Piano. I'm holding their side, Ernie. You have it? Okay. I'm watching him jump down. I have mid, hold their side.
Nothing pinch.
I have all their side, Ernie. Outside, mid. Okay, come on, Jim. Top mid, in between, dead.
Nothing else top mid.
Gonna be Jim. Yeah. Jim, one shot again.
Nice. I have all top mid. Help them.
Yeah, I'm mid.
Top mid right now. Mid hole.
I'm getting into Jim.
Only one of them.
I'm watching Jim. I have Jim. Hold their side. Just hold their side. Three guys through. One shot that side. One shot. Mid. I played for the time. I played.
Yeah, 2 on time. Pushing through. Play this time heavy.
20 seconds. Let's get mid and shit. Low bed. One was low bed. Easy. Holding top. Out jacuzzi. Yeah, jacuzzi.
Let's check him.
One shot jacuzzi. And top hall. Jacuzzi, one shot.
I can help you time.
Just take our time. Go on time, bro. There's 2 on time. I think he's outer. I think he's holding outer.
Inner Jim.
In outer. Outer one shot. One mid. One inner. Close inner. One shot out. Outer. Close left. I need really close left.
There's something about Hydra yelling jacuzzi that got me going, Joe, but that was a sequence from FaZe. They're still up 20. Abizi has been a multi-kill demon. He's on 7 straight.
Yeah, he's having a match. I mean, even just that team right at the end of that listening. Multi-kill has the pistol as well. But when you talk about this P4, that is LA Thieves with a braid. 2 from Scrap, 2 from Josie. They are in a prime position to tie this game up.
It's just one of those things, Joe. I just don't really care until we're at 200 to 200. Then it's going to be there.
Pretty close, yeah.
It's going to be there eventually. I know we're going to get to 200, and then we're going to turn on the Jets, Joe. It's like Invasion. You don't care to round 5.
Okay.
It's like the same thing. Just wait till it's 200, and let me know, all right?
I'll let you know.
I'm just kidding, but that'll be the score.
It's pretty darn close right now.
At some point, that'll be the score. Still inside and fighting and looking for a lead change. It's going to be Thieves. Ghosty, 4 in a row for him. Looking to make it 5. Just painting the body of Celt in the corner. Scrap will get a freebie. Cell peeks a little bit wide. The damage gets in. Teammate able to pick it up. But you trade it if you're FaZe, at least for the most part. So still a contest around the point. But we're in our 3rd set, and they've still got position there at back jacuzzi.
And that was a chance there for Thieves. Scrap, I mean, he goes on a long route, and he was able to find that first one, and they just couldn't get him out of the hill. But if they're able to get them out of the hill, you'd have P2 spawns. You'd be in a great spot for the rest of the game. But FaZe do a nice job. Just kind of recovering from that situation, but there will be a 3 dead, but you see, splits are going to come in. So Drazen and Beezy are going to have a chance to lock down this P2.
Well, it's really just going to be easy now until the teammates get there. A multi-kill out of that big time for one if he was able to do it. That's him only able to get 1. Simp hops out. He hops down. Simp is able to catch the timing on his teammate then, so he'll be back into the mix as they're up over 200.
Yeah,
Here come Thieves again, though.
What a sequence there. I mean, yeah, those spawns just allow FaZe at least make this messy enough, because, yeah, Thieves are we very much have control, but all 3 players hit P1, so that spawn was open, and now FaZe are here. hanging onto this lead.
Ghosty, though, up the grapple, gets 2, and Draws is like, where did he go? He's just laying down behind the table, chilling. Finally able to slide out and deal with it. The free fire, a little too early.
It was on
Otherwise,
point.
it might have been nasty, yeah. But just still a mixer around it. But for the most part, you've had advantage of your FaZe. You're just building this lead a little bit by a little bit. FaZe on 34, seeing what he can do. He's getting shot from everybody, but his teammate in Cell gets shots through on the cross, saves him, and he'll secure the final 10 or so seconds. Now we take a look at the other side of the fight. Is Simp getting back to full HP and trying to get rocket and roll, and not going to be able to do it. I thought Thieves gets all the kills, but Draws is 2. Probably going to keep it scrappy again because you can't get set up Graveyard Thieves, one of these central hard points, so we'll keep an eye on the spawns.
Well, that's gonna, in a way, because the spawns are so close, that double from Draws actually gives them numbers on their next push.
It's like
right in a 3-on-2, so that one multi-kill changes everything.
It's weird because like multi-kills almost like aren't as important sometimes in a map like this, but they are in the sense it can make things just crazier, right? Like it does. 10 more points needed for the win. 40 up for Abizi. They find all the kills. They've got him spawning out as deep as you could. The only guy close is Hydra, and they're able to pick that up before he gets one. FaZe shut it down 3-1. They let the map 3 get away from them. Couldn't close it out clean, but man, they look good in that map 4, and that's a hell of a series for Abizi. Like, I think he falls flat at the end of that control, but outside of that, I mean, he was a playmaker in the search and destroy. He was on a tear there.
Yeah, I mean, the best they've looked all year.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. And it's, you know, I don't know what all we can take from. We don't know exactly what the scrim schedules were like for either team. I imagine FaZe was putting in a lot more work, getting in the lab over the break, right? You would think they were more than Thieves. Like, Thieves felt pretty comfortable going into it. You had to improve a lot more for your FaZe. So we need to see these improvements continue. But yeah, coming back with a matchup like this, best win they've had all year. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's just the way they did it too, right? It's just like there weren't these gritty wins. Like even in the 5-map series that we saw earlier, like when they were winning like that game 4, it took a heroic effort from a couple of players. But yeah, BZ gets 40, and the one guy kind of we highlighted jumping into this series who fried versus FaZe was Envoy, and
he got smoked this one.
Yeah, just struggles a little bit. As Atlanta FaZe, they do their thing.
And that was also the first time, I'm curious what like Ann will say, but like when we watched them for the most part, like one thing he said a lot is like they look like they're behind. It's like they don't know how to play yet. I didn't really feel that a lot during this. Like it didn't seem like they just seemed lost at times. And I know it's just a series, but curious his thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see how, I mean, yeah, could have another big day tomorrow, but see if they can keep this consistency going.
See if they're back, but it ends up being a 52-point victory there. It basically always is on Skyline. It's a tight one till the finish.
Hey, he gets a 200 though, so.
That's right, I didn't.
What's up?
You didn't, that's right, you're right. That's my bad, Joe. I was a couple points off. No protocol, search and destroy to close it out. We end it in 4. I thought we were going 5 just based on how the day was, honestly. As soon as like that, they kind of, whatever, Thieves came alive or FaZe through it. Like
control was, yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're going 5 after that. I was like, we have to, but FaZe stepping up.
Yeah, and I think the big thing was honestly just like you saw it kind of in the break off, like the first 2 hills, right? They built up a bit of a lead.